Family isn't always blood. Sometimes it's the first wound you learn to hide. They say hard work builds bridges between hearts, but sometimes it builds walls so high, even love can't climb over. Every night felt the same. Long hours, empty rooms, a phone that barely rang unless someone needed something. Yet they never complained, because family was worth it. They worked through birthdays, anniversaries, and every promise to rest soon. Each deposit, each overtime hour, was a brick in the house they were building, not for themselves, but for those they loved. Unusual family account activity detected. At first, it seemed harmless. Maybe a mistake, a late-night transfer, a missed alert. But something in their chest whispered, "Check again." It wasn't the numbers that hurt. It was the names attached to them. They had always believed loyalty was currency, that sacrifice would be repaid in gratitude. But tonight, the balance broke. Choice. That word lingered like smoke. In that moment, something quiet shifted. Not rage, not grief, just understanding. The kind that doesn't heal, it transforms. Family taught them how to love, and now it was about to teach them how to let go. I thought I was helping them build a future. Turns out, I was just funding my own downfall. They took the idea I spent years perfecting, sold it to strangers while I was busy working late, convincing myself I was doing it for them. Tell me it's not true. We did it for your own good. You were drowning in work. You wouldn't listen. This, this was the only way to save you from yourself. They called it love, but it felt like theft wrapped in concern. Loyalty turned into confusion. Confusion became fury. But fury fades when you realize what's been taken. Not just money, not just trust, but time. Years of it. Grief isn't loud. It's the silence after you finally understand that the people who promised to protect you were the ones holding the knife. They took everything I built, but they forgot who taught me how to build. They took everything, my position, my pride. Even the sound of my own name felt foreign after what they did. So I left. No announcement, no goodbye, just silence. A small apartment in a city that never sleeps. A suitcase barely unpacked. A mattress on the floor beside a cracked window. A faint reflection in the mirror. Tired eyes, but still searching for purpose. I traded glass offices for peeling walls, lavish dinners for canned soup. But in that emptiness, I found something I hadn't heard in years, my own thoughts. Every night, I replayed their faces, their laughter, the moment they turned away. It used to burn, but after a while, it just hurt less. Pain fades, but what remains is memory. Memory sharpens. I don't want revenge. I want remembrance. I want them to remember the person they buried and realize I never died. Every name I erased was a weight lifted. Every flame was a truth I stopped running from. I wasn't just burning my past. I was building a new beginning from its ashes. You can spend your life running from betrayal, or you can build something they can't touch. They already took everything. Then they freed you. That night, something shifted. It wasn't forgiveness. It wasn't peace. It was purpose. Quiet, but unbreakable. I thought revenge was about fury. It's not. It's about control. About proving that the power they stole wasn't theirs to keep. The protagonist stands by the window. The rain has stopped. City lights stretch endlessly below. I left my old name behind. Let them whisper about the fall. They'll speak louder when they see the rise. Pain taught me what comfort never could. Comfort makes you forget who you are. Pain reminds you why you fight. Every failure became a formula. Every wound became instruction. The reflection in the mirror no longer trembles. The woman who once begged for validation now carries silence like armor. She laughs, but not the same way. It's quieter, sharper, with the calm of someone who's seen too much to ever be naive again. The father at his office desk, business faltering. The brother arguing with creditors. The mother forcing a smile at a charity event. Each scene stitched together like a fragile house of cards ready to collapse. They speak of bad luck, unaware that luck has nothing to do with what's coming. They built their kingdom on lies. I learned how to build mine on truth and patience. A news headline scrolls across her phone. Emerging tech firm disrupts market. The company name, hers. Her phone buzzes again. Another client, another contract. No celebration, no champagne. Just the quiet satisfaction of progress. She looks out at the city skyline, the reflection of skyscraper lights painting across her face. She sits alone in her apartment, minimalist, everything in its place. On the table, an old family photo. The edges are worn, corners bent. Her fingers trace across their smiling faces. A faint smirk forms. You taught me everything, even how to destroy you. She places the photo down beside a file labeled Phase 1, Acquisition. Revenge doesn't announce itself. It shakes your hand and smiles. Oren Industries, now a symbol of precision and quiet dominance. Every inch of the office breathes control. Camera pans across conference tables polished to reflection, screens alive with growth charts, muted tones of success. A secretary walks briskly, dropping a file on the desk. Potential partnership proposal, the Cade Group. The protagonist's hand pauses over the folder. Their thumb taps once against the edge, rhythm steady, heart unshaken. They open it. The logo gleams. The name of the family that once left them in ruin. No expression, no words. Only silence. Emails are drafted with surgical precision. Board members briefed, contracts arranged. The protagonist reviews financial reports late into the night, the glow of the screen painting their face in cold light. A headline scrolls by. RN Industries dominates global markets. Anonymous founder remains elusive. Power, when earned from ashes, learns patience. It strikes not from fury, but from alignment. The Cades sit around a long dining table, the glow of candlelight masking fatigue. Their newest venture bleeds resources. Their empire, once untouchable, now falters. We just need one strong partner, a firm that believes in legacy. There's one, Oren Industries. They're expanding fast. Global reach, solid capital. The father leans forward. Then that's who we'll work with. He doesn't know the irony behind those words. The office is empty except for the protagonist. The city outside flickers in silence, distant, indifferent. They sign the approval document with calm deliberation. The pen glides over the paper, ink thick and final. Close-up shot. The signature, bold and absolute. Every pen stroke carries history. Some write beginnings, others balance the scales. They set the pen down and exhale, steady, controlled. For the first time, the camera lingers on their reflection in the glass, confident yet distant from their own victory. Late night. Rain traces lines down the window pane. They stand motionless, watching the blur of headlights below. Was the pain worth the distance? Was the climb worth what I lost? They sip a drink, the sound of the rain filling the pause that follows. Success surrounds them, yet it feels weightless. Every accolade, every headline, sounds like applause for a stranger. Close-up of hands exchanging documents. The family's company seal pressed into paper. The protagonist's calm gaze as contracts are returned signed. A final handshake captured in still silence. The deal is official. The trap set in motion. Quietly, beautifully. Revenge rarely arrives with fire. Sometimes it comes wearing silk. It smiles, it listens, and it waits for the right moment to be recognized. The assistant enters with a calendar. The Cade family confirmed the dinner meeting. Tomorrow evening, 7 p.m. The protagonist nods once, gaze fixed on the skyline. A reflection of the city fills their eyes. Sharp, endless. The meeting is set. The past is coming home, without knowing whose door it's knocking on. The rain has stopped. What remains is a quiet world. Washed, reflective, waiting. A towering glass building rises against the skyline, its mirrored surface catching the bruised clouds. Inside, the air hums with muted tension. The walls are clean, elegant, yet cold. The emblem on the entrance door reads Lysin Corporation, the name that once belonged to them, now redefined under one person's rule. The family steps out of the elevator in unison. Three faces, once proud, now hollowed by time and consequence. Their clothes carry the stiffness of forced dignity. Every step down the hallway echoes like a reminder of what they lost. As they enter the office, their eyes land on a single framed photograph. It's old. A family dinner. Laughs frozen in time. At the center, a younger version of the protagonist. Once loyal, naive, hopeful. At the far end of the room, by the wide glass window, stands the protagonist. Poised, still, composed. The city stretches beneath them, a kingdom reclaimed. They don't turn immediately. They let silence shape the moment. It's not anger that fills the room. It's something colder. Control. The mother's hand trembles slightly as she clasps her purse tighter. The father clears his throat, but words refuse to leave. The brother, eyes darting between them all, swallows regret. The protagonist finally turns. The face is unreadable, elegant, distant, steady. There's power in the calmness, in the way they neither greet nor accuse. For a long moment, no one speaks. Then, quietly, firmly, family taught me loyalty. You taught me value. The words land like a verdict, measured, final, undeniable. The silence after feels heavier than shouting ever could. The mother's eyes well up. She takes a small step forward, searching for the person she once knew. The father lowers his gaze, his pride cracking into quiet shame. The brother's lips part, but there's nothing left to defend. They beg, not with words, but with the ache of realization. They need help. The business they tried to reclaim is failing. Their name, once revered, now means nothing without the one they cast aside. The protagonist listens. No interruptions, no emotion. Then, with quiet precision, they place a document on the table. A contract. The company will survive, but under one condition. They will remain silent shareholders, invisible in the empire they built on betrayal. No revenge by destruction, no shouting, only indifference sharpened into justice. The protagonist signs with a steady hand and closes the pen. Camera follows as they turn away, walking toward the window again. The family lingers behind, their reflections distorted in the glass wall. Once giants, now ghosts. As security arrives to escort them out, the brother glances back one last time. The protagonist doesn't move, doesn't flinch, doesn't watch them leave. I didn't need to ruin them. They ruined themselves trying to own me. A long pause of quiet triumph. No victory music, only the sound of the city below, a heartbeat of new beginnings. Rain has stopped. The streets glisten, half awake, like they too have survived something. The automatic doors slide open, and a gust of wind brushes past their face. They carry no expression, just silence, a quiet power. I used to think revenge would bring peace. That once I took back everything they stole, I'd finally breathe again. But peace isn't what you find after the fire. It's what you rebuild in the ashes they lost their empire. Their secrets spilled in boardrooms and courtrooms. I didn't even have to raise my voice. Just let truth do what it always does. Funny thing about family, when love turns into currency, the debt never clears. You can forgive, but you never forget what it cost. The price of family isn't betrayal. It's how much of yourself you're willing to lose for giving it. Some wounds don't fade. They teach, what if the betrayal came from the one person you trusted most?